So we learned about FK rigging, and for beginning for IK, we start from arm, just like the FK. Let's start from right arm. I turn on the solo visibility on that, so I just see the right arm because I don't want to get confused with the rest of the layers. And I will put the right arm on top of all the layers. You will see why I did that. Now you can see that the right arm, it is just one layer of right arm. If you wanted to do FK, how should you do that? Grab the pin tool. Next. Elbow, wrist, fingertip. Next. Rename all of them. The first one is arm. The second one is elbow. The third one is wrist. The fourth one is finger. Next. Select all of them. I haven't run my script yet, so give me a second. Really? Okay. Okay, finally. Now I have selected my pins. What's next? Add pins. Now, ignore. Pardon? Sorry, I cannot hear you. Hold on. Why? What's the issue with that? Do you have issue with running your screen? Oh, go to file. Screen. Run screen. This is the only way. Now I have my pins there. What's next?
I'm sorry, that was
What's next?
distracting. You do the hierarchy.
Hierarchy. Now whatever we have done so far is FK. The IK is one more step just over that. You have to select your layers from R. The sequence of selection is important. You have to select your layers from R to elbow to wrist. After that, go to the kinematic. Go to kinematic, click on IK. Go to kinematic and click on IK. Yep. If you go up, you can see that there is a controller there. The name is C. It starts with C, it stands for controller, and you can actually see the controller on your wrist. You can grab the controller, move the controller, and you can see that this controller is acting for your IK. And if I press R to get to the rotation, you can see that you can rotate the hand by rotating by changing the value of the rotation of the controller. Now practice that. do not have it separated into pieces. If we want FK, we put pins, rename them, we select them, we go to Duik, we click on add pins. Up to this point, you have created FK. If you want to make it IK, you just have to select all of your pins from arm to wrist, to elbow to wrist. We don't select fingers. And we go to kinematic and click on IK. This was IK for hand and FK for hand. For one piece of hand. Now if our hand is separated into 3 pieces, how was the FK? Exactly. So if you want to apply FK on a hand that is separated into 3 parts, you put the anchor point on the placement of the joint, you apply the hierarchy on the layers, and you are done with that. Now we want to learn how to do a hand that is separated into 3 pieces and apply IK on that. In order to do that, let's find L arm, L elbow, L hand. There are 2 L arms. One of them is not visible. Just leave it there. We don't use that. We use these 3 ones. L arm, L elbow, L hand. Could you all find that? So again, if I wanted to make it FK, I had to go inside each layer, change the pivot point, apply the hierarchy on the layers, and now this hand is, hold on. And now this hand is FK. But we don't want FK for the hand. And when it comes to FK for this type of body part, it's a bit different. So get rid of the hierarchies if you already have. On top of your hand layers, let me put all of them up here so I can see them better. On top of your hand layers, create a shape layer. Create a shape layer. Grab pen tool. Now instead of putting the pins, we want to define the placement of the joint with our pen tool. This is the way we are using this shape tool and our pen tool to tell the software where the joints are going to be. This is how the software is going to understand where the joints are going to be for this hand. So I grab my pen tool and draw in a way that these dots are exactly on top of my joints. I draw this shape with 4 main dots. Now I have this shape tool. Now this shape tool is like my reference for After Effects. After Effects use this shape tool to understand, okay, it has to put the bones here in these spots. So I grab my shape tool, go to Duik. At first I need bones. Where are the bones? Again, this shape tool is the reference, so with the help of this shape tool, I tell Duik, put the bones here. I am using this shape tool as a reference for Duik. So I select my shape tool, go to humanoid, it gives me several options because we can use these prepared bones that Duik provides for us. So you can see that there is arm here, and next to the arm there is this option setting. So before I click on the arm, I have to click on this option setting, because when you open that, you can see that it gives you several options. Which hand do you want to apply the bone on? Which part of the body hand do you already have? So for this hand, I do not have any shoulder. You can see that I don't have shoulder here. I just have these three parts. So I do not select the shoulder. And this is my right hand. This is the right hand of the character. So by clicking on this icon that defines the direction, I can change it to left or right. So I have to change it to right. So this is my right hand and I do not have the shoulder. Now I have defined the setting for my bone that Duik is going to make for me, and Duik is using this shape layer as a reference. Now my setting is correct. I click on arm, this arm text here. When I click on that, we give it time, and you can see that it automatically creates these bones for me. And the shape of these bones are exactly like the shape of this shape layer I created. The only thing I have to do is I have to grab the bone and put it exactly on the place it is supposed to be. It created the bone for me, it just didn't put it in the correct place. Now I have the bone in its correct place, and always the orange should be for the first parent. So when you see the bones, the sequence is the orange should be for the upper parent. I don't need my shape layer anymore. I just turn it off. I get rid of that. And you can see that by default it has the parenting there. Let's check if it's working. My bone is working, but the issue is that my bone is not attached to my hand. The bone is there. The bone is working properly, but I have to attach my bone to the layers. How should I do that? Sorry, can you say that? Exactly. I parent each layer to its bone. Arm should be the child of arm. Elbow is the child of forearm. Hand is child of hand. Just leave the tip be there. We don't have any child for tip. Now let's see if it's working. Yep. Now I have the bones on my body. The next step is applying IK on that. Because for IK I needed bone. So again, just like before, I have to select them from arm, forearm, hand. This time you have to select the tip toe. For this one, you were not selecting the finger. For this one, you have to select all of them. Now you have selected all of your bones. Go to Duik and click on Auto Rig. It pops up just like always. Click on Ignore. Controller pops up here. It has to be on the wrist, which is correct. I can grab the controller. You can see that with the help of my controller and with the help of its rotation, I can have an IK on my hand. Now do it. That's fine if you cannot remember the sequence. We will go over that one more time. How was the FK for a hand that is separated? How was how could we do FK on a hand that is separated? Yes. No, no. We do that for IK. Yes. No, no, no. This is also IK. This is IK. This is IK for when your hand is just in one layer. This is IK when your hand is separated into three layers. That's the only difference. Both are IK. You have to put them. You have to have four dots here. One here, one here, one here, one here. You have three here. You have to have one here, one here, one here. I would say repeat. No, 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 just with the shape. So get rid of that, remake that, and I will tell you the rest. So, okay, for start with the shape layer. You have to create a shape layer on top of your hand layer. Yeah, correct. Yeah, exactly. If you do, this is not the correct one. You have to turn it off. Turn this off. Turn this on.
Oh, it's a touch screen. There we go. Sorry.
Okay, click on the visibility. Yeah. And can you turn off these two? Okay, okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, yeah. Turn that off. Now select click on this layer, create a new shape layer. At first create a new shape layer. Yeah. Because if you do not create a new shape layer, it will accept as an X. Go to, yeah, put 1 point here, 1 point on elbow, 1 point on wrist, 1 point on finger. Exactly. Now you have your shape, click on the shape layer, so it is selected. Now go to this tab. Yep. Click on luminum. Click on the option for arm, and press Control Z. Yeah. Click on the click on the option. Yeah. It says this is right hand, this is correct, the shoulder is unselected, this is correct. Now click on this. Now it has built the structure for you. The bones is here. You just have to put it on top of the hand. Just grab the bone one by one, and I will say start from the arm. Grab it and put it on your shoulder. This one, put it on the elbow. Put it on the wrist. Now the bones are there. Click on the arm. Click the arm. And press R to get the rotation. Now rotate the arm. The structure is rotating, but it's not attached to the hand. Because, yeah, exactly. Make the hand the child of the arm. Each layer should be the child of its one. Vice versa.
Okay, I'm confused about the hand.
Arm is child of arm, is child of, this is correct. Hand is child of hand. This is correct. Now it is still, now it is still FK. Select them from arm to tiptoe. This is tiptoe. From arm to tiptoe, select all of them. The sequence of selecting. Yeah. And tiptoe. And go to no, this. Go to auto. Good. This is still FK. You have to by alternate we change it to auto. You can set the controllers. And if you go up, up. Yeah, the controller is selected, this guy, the controller, yeah. So each layer should be the child of the bone.
So each layer should be child. So would that be like the shoulder?
Not this one,
Because it's the.
because this is the bone. The bone is the parent.
Oh.
So go down, lower your layer. Select these 3 layers. No, not this one. Go up. Go up. These 3. Move them up. Move all of them until the yeah. Put them here. Now you can see them better. Arm is child of arm. Elbow is child of forehand. Hand is child of hand. No, vice
Wait.
versa. And at first click here because now all 3 of them are selected.
Cool. It had just been here. That was here.
Okay. Did you press Control C?
I think it mashed.
Yeah, that's me. Child of hand. Elbow is child of forearm. And arm is arm. And this is tiptoe, we don't touch it. Now if you change the rotation here, yeah, we can see that now the structure is attached to them. Now this is FK. We have to change it to IK. Select them from arm to tiptoe and the sequence is yeah. Now go to auto. Return. Oh, dressing room. Grab the controller. Oh, good now. Grab the controller. Yep, that's correct. It's just the placement of the this joint. When you're putting the joint, it should be exactly. That's fine for now. You're already used to it. Now go up in this on your layers. Go up. This is your controller. Press R. Now change the rotation. You can see that now. It is your cut.
Thank you so much. Yes, sir. I got lost in the beginning and
That's fine. That's fine. And you can see that the shape layer disappears. I didn't